Was there any time that you're arm wrestling and you're like, oh my God, this guy is stronger than me? And then you come up with some kind of a, I guess, technique that you knock him out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
some of that.
So one guy that I had, and he was like a North American champ, Devin Bear. He was from down in the States, and I kept hearing about him, and so I started traveling down to the States quite a bit. And sure enough, in all the big tournaments, the Vegas tournaments, all these big tournaments, he would end up being there. And our match set was so similar. And the difference being was by the time I met him, I'd already lost the use of my other arm.
Yeah.
So now I'm just fighting him as a one-arm bandit, right? And he's the top guy being able to use both arms.
Yeah.
Very formidable competitor, and has proved himself amongst other peers in arm wrestling. We would battle, and we'd get stopped dead center in the table, and we would fight it out for who was going to outmaneuver the other person.
Yeah.
And even as you started getting the person down winning, all of a sudden now you get a counter move that's taking you out of your zone again, that all of a sudden you start getting pulled back. Oh, geez, I got to do something different again. And we had crazy battles, and they'd always be long matches that it would sometimes drain us to the point that we'd still have to compete and be so drained that these other guys that we normally could beat, we would lose to. So that's the difference. If you meet another guy of the same caliber, your same strength, everything else, and early in matches, you can actually burn both of yourselves out, so that when you're actually trying to go into the tournament to make it to the podium, now you've lost all your strength on that guy's just that one match. That all these other guys that you could have probably made your way through, knocked them out through the tournament, you're struggling with every one of them. But he was one that always had to fight. And everywhere I went for a big tournament, we ran into each other, and I always knew. I always had a big match. I was lucky because I never ever lost to him. But every battle was a struggle. Like one of the hardest guys, I used to walk into a tournament and I'd see him and we'd just smile at each other because we knew we were going to be the guys in the final. You know. So.
Are you guys friends now?